I was actually, yeah, I raced yesterday, so
but
just
not,
taking it easy today.
But not today.
Not today, no.
Okay. Well, this will be your workout then. Please welcome Patrick.
Standing 5 feet tall, 11 inches, weighing in at 170 pounds. This man has a black belt in Taekwondo and is a fifth-year geography student at the University of Victoria. With a record of 21-7, David Oberg. Well, this is what they would have said if David still did Taekwondo. He actually did Taekwondo for 6 years before recently having to stop in order to focus on his schooling. Funny thing, David is not actually a black belt. He actually quit the day before his black belt ceremony. So he's not technically a black belt, but in principle he is one, so be careful when you're around him. Taekwondo was a major part of David's life, and he decided to focus on schooling, and so he could kick ass in school. He's a fifth-year geography student at the university, and upon graduation in December, he hopes to get a career in resource management. It is David's love of geography that took him to Europe these past 2 months, in which he backpacked across the continent, spending time in England, Portugal, and Spain. When it was in Spain where David entered the annual bull running competition. The bull running competition is basically when bulls are let loose in the streets of Spain. And it must have been David's Taekwondo background that kept him alive, because he's here with us today. So thank you very much, and yeah.
Okay, since you are all getting to be so good, I'm just going to let the very eloquent this group. So I'm going to let them tell you what was really strong about it, and now I know I can trust you all. Come up with something. So, strengths about this, strengths of Patrick's work, Trevor.
Really good voice, really good production. You really got the voice out there, kind of.
Yeah. Now, you know, that's the thing. Maybe because you're an athlete, you connected to your breath, obviously.
Yeah, it sort of felt like before a race I was like that nervous. So.
Really? Well, that's good though, right?
Yeah, no.
So did you go? Okay, good.
Yeah, it felt like I was standing on the start line. So.
Great. Yeah, and that's, as I said, that's a really good thing to have when you're before a race and also before presenting in public. You also have a really resonant voice. You really, maybe again because you're an athlete, his voice is resonant. You know? It's not like you have to really work that hard to project the voice out, because it's really full. You got a big chest voice and it's resonant. So it's great. Good comment, Trevor. Yeah. Christina.
I really enjoyed your grabber. It was really funny and it was really unique.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Little in this corner. Yeah. Kind of thing, right? Yeah. And a nice follow-up too into the thesis. That's how he would have been introduced were he still doing Taekwondo. Nice transition, so that we can really kind of drop out of the performance grabber and go into actually a presentation, an introduction that's really connected. Ashley.
I really appreciate how you explained what bullfighting was in so little bit of context.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's. I was going to talk a little bit about that today in terms of informative speeches, because every time I address an audience, I always come with an incredible respect for my audience. I respect the intelligence of my audience. I think that's really important, and audiences will really feel that if you do that. But at the same time, and it's something that you just pointed out here, Ashley, while you come with this ultimate respect for the intelligence of your audience, you don't assume that they're necessarily going to know every part of information, any kind of information that you bring forward. So if you're going to bring forward something like the bull run in Spain, many people know about that, but many people don't. So the fact that you provided a context for us is a consideration that we appreciate. Whether we knew about the bull run or not, the fact that you delineate that is really something that's a gift. for us and really helpful in terms of clarity. Great. Any suggestions for improvements? Yeah, Josh.
For the first, because I have the timer, it was about 45 seconds. For the first 45 seconds, you were really clear. It flowed really well. And it seemed like you kind of got past the part you memorized and then practice. So it was just, you kind of started getting a little choppy.
Yeah.
Just work through the last part of your speech a little more and time it. It seemed like the first part was really good. If you continue that to the last part, it's phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah, so just the flow and the rehearsal and a chance to be really familiar, particularly when you're moving towards the flourish, right? You really want to start moving towards the flourish and really, and kind of almost building, because what happened was you kind of built it up to the end and then it kind of just dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
And instead of like ending on that flourish idea, it's like, okay, you sprint for the last bit. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. So, and just one thing I'd like you to try is that opening again. And I'd like you to try that opening, the great grabber, but without looking down.
All right.
Okay? Can you give that a shot? Yeah?
Yeah, that's perfect, yeah.
Okay, great. I just want you to know that you can, to feel that, what it feels like to have your head up the whole time when you're first opening your speech of any kind. So, give Patrick a hand. Welcome, Patrick.
Standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds.
Okay, and Patrick, I'm sorry to stop you. You're doing a great job. Your head's right up and your voice is good. Are you connecting with people when you're saying these things? Are you making eye contact with people?
Look at me.
Good.
Yeah, okay.
Just make sure you do that. Okay, just keep going. Okay, so please welcome Patrick. Patrick.
Standing 5 feet 11 inches, weighing in at 170 pounds. This man has a black belt in Taekwondo and is a fifth-year geography student at the University of Victoria.
Excellent. Give him a hand, will you? That's great.